I think there's a good comment about tacking into dirty air from Jim and rounding the mark in packs and being near people in spinnakers, a group of spinnakers. But that's think ahead, right? Think where you want to be and what the situation is going to be. So prior to any tack, I'm looking to make sure that I've got a lane, right? If you hear about a clean lane, you've got clear air. So do that. Think, okay, I want to go that direction. When am I going to have clear air to tack and do that? And also think when is, like, if you're with another boat and maybe they're ahead of you, when are they going to tack, right? So if I tack right now, are they going to tack at the same time? Are you going to the same place? So if you're headed toward a ley line, right, and you're thinking, okay, I want to get to the ley line, and then I'm going to flop over, and now I'm going to be on ley line to the mark. Well, if there's a boat ahead of you, when are they going to tack? They're going to tack on the ley line. Then where are you going to be? You're going to be in dirty air, right? So what you might need to do is tack right now, right? Let them go to the ley line, and now you're in clear air. You're not falling back. You're at least holding your position. And then, yes, you're going to have to do another tack to get up there, but at least you have maintained your speed on other boats around you rather than falling down. You're not going to overtake that boat in front of you, right? All you're going to do in bad air is go further behind that boat and go slower than boats that aren't in dirty air. So you got to think a step ahead, and so like that mark rounding, right? Is as you realize, hey, I'm in a pack of boats with 6 people around me. How am I going to get out of this? And the best way might be, I'm going to take my spinnaker down right now, slow down, let them all get messed up together, and then I'll just go around, right? You don't want to be on 4 people out in a pinwheel. If you watch sailing videos, or if you watch Olympic sailing, they are never 4 deep going around marks. You'll see they will all just get in order, and it'll just be a parade around a mark, right? It's just a parade around the mark, because this is what Ed was saying, right? It's how do we go fast, right? It does not help to add 4 boat lengths to the race course, right? I want to sail the shortest distance to get around, So that's the thing. Is just think a step ahead and adjust accordingly, and sometimes that might mean slow down.
Especially on these reach legs.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I'm not sure when we're reaching this spinnaker isn't that much faster than the jib. A lot of the time today I was like, we don't need the spinnaker up. We'll be just as well on the jib, way more maneuverable, way better able to adjust for the shifts. I mean, you get a shift with the jib up, I can, adjust in half a second.
You're agile.
Yeah, and with the poles up and I got to move the whole thing around, it takes a lot longer. By the time you got there, it's shifted back again. It's like, God damn it. So,
I made a couple notes after the first race today. Clear the weeds. There were weeds out there, and after the first race, we backed up, and you saw maybe 6 pieces of grass come off the centerboard. So that was one thing.
I didn't even think of that.
You just raise the centerboard to do the same thing.
Yeah, but if you do that, you have to kick up the rudder too, because it just goes right.
Well, you can see the rudder. You can inspect the rudder.
Well, that leads to my second point, which is you couldn't be too far forward in the light stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And then on the reaches, we watched Jay do it. Jay did it really well, and Jen, and and Trevor eventually.
Copied.
Thanks, Jay. Holding the jib by the clew, not using the jib track, was key on the reaches. You can trim the top, you can trim the bottom, you can move the clew back, forward. You did all very versatile stuff. And then we were crew low side, skipper high side, after we saw everybody else do that. And then roll tacking, there was gains there. So if you could roll the boat and attack, that helped a lot. And then having this, when a puff comes in, so if you're in no wind, coasting in a direction that's good is good, right? But when you get a little puff, you got to take advantage of it. And the teams that react to that, ease the sails, hiked a little bit, trimmed in, and squirted up. I mean, you could get a boat. Like, it was crazy. Don't look at the compass here.
Yeah, right.
I think I'm not going to bring mine tomorrow. I don't think we looked at it once today. The ships are so big, you know, they stare you in the face. And then first few races, we went not full hoist on the main, we went the lower ball to give it a little more grunt. And when I looked at your main, yours was pretty flat.
You were too high.
Yeah.
But then it filled in.
But I think you should go low ball tomorrow when it's windier.
Yeah.
And ease the sails and the puffs. It's better keeling over a little bit's fine because then you get the thing, but keeling over too much, you know, ease the sail, trim it, ease hike trim, right? We all know that. And then like don't fight.
Yeah.
Like don't fight with people. Mutually escape.
Yeah.
That was my note.
I will say one thing that we've done, and I don't think I've ever done this before, and I don't know whether the bolt rope in the main, because it's an older main, it's in great condition but it's old, you know, the heat, it's shrunk, but we actually have not had the pin on the end of the boom attached to the main sail.
Well, that's not legal.
So I have the
When-
same issue, Tony, and I put
So
a
we-
little
we-
extender on top, just some
Yeah,
ropes
so
that
we've
lower
just relied on
top of the
cutting
main.
cap for our
Yeah,
surround.
John and I have talked about this a lot, and we've talked to several sailmakers about it. But so that bolt rope is polypropylene, and it shrinks.
Yeah.
And as the sail ages, it scrunches the luff. So what I've done is I cut the cut the lashing that holds it down, and it comes out. But what I've heard from other sailmakers is that if you do that, you need to re-stitch it in place because if you put too much cutting hem on, you can damage the sail. So you need to be careful about cutting that bolt rope. But
So you're saying you need the reinforcement of that rope to bring the sail down?
Well, you'll pull the sail material too hard and damage the sail material.
if you put on Max Cunningham, the bolt rope protects the sail a little bit.
Yeah.
If you take a look at my sail tomorrow, my bolt rope's it's worked its way up over the years, right? And some sailmakers don't like that, but I think it takes away that wrinkles in the luff.
My new main came with a bolt rope that's too long, and he said, bring it in a couple of years. And he said, if you're a regatta and you see a problem, just undo these stitches. It won't be a problem. But he said, bring it in every couple of years. If your sail's still good, just bring it in, and we'll just.
It wouldn't be a problem if they used good rope there.
Yeah, exactly. Yours doesn't have polypropylene. Yours has good rope. I noticed that.
Oh.
I was like, that's pretty impressive. That's sailmaker.
Every sail that Hunter, if you get a sure sail, every sail he makes, if it's new, you've got a length of extra line there for that exact reason. It's that a sailmaker or whatever can cut that, re-stretch it, and then sew it back in place. That's the reason.
Because the last thing you want to do to take those wrinkles out is add Cunningham.
Right.
That moves the draft forward and flattens the sail. It's not what you want.
So Ed mentioned tuning tips for the reactions to do on the reaches. We felt pretty good on the reaches today. We were able to make gains or pull away from people on reaches quite a bit today. Not them, but we couldn't see them, so that's a different one.